Okay, so this cadence is called cheeky, and so I'm just going to play the whole thing, and then we'll talk about all the parts. So the tenors start out going. Okay, so that's the whole cadence. There's an intro, and we'll deal with that first. So the intro starts with the tenors, and you're going to do stick clicks while that's going on. So that's the whole intro with just the tenors, and then the rest of the intro is this. Okay, so you play that pattern twice. It's going to be, I believe, 6 of these. It's actually 7 of them, 7 of those. 1, a 2, and 1, a 2, and, or right, left, left, right, left. So you're going to play 7 of those. And then instead of playing it an 8th time, you're going to play this. 1 and 2 and. So all together you got 7 of these, da, 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 7 of those, and then ba, 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 ba at the end. So all together that's. And then you just play that whole segment again. So you play what I just played right now twice to finish the intro. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that with the tenor part in the beginning. Okay, so that's the intro. And then there's a part 1 and a part 2. Here's part 1. That's all of part 1. So I'm going to play it a little slower. Okay, so you got. That's the beginning of it. And then here's the next part. And that might be the confusing part. Pay attention to what the right hand is doing. Okay, so everything I've done so far in this section is. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Okay, and then the rest of part 1 is very similar. But it stops kind of early, right there. so part 1 altogether is this. Okay, so let's do that again, all of part 1. Okay, so that's all of part 1. Now here's part 2. Okay, so let's break that down. We got so you could probably do this. Okay, now I'm just going to add a few notes. Okay? Okay, adding a couple more notes. Okay, just rewind that if you need to see that again, and then here's the second half of part 2. Okay, I'll do that again. Oh, my bad, I messed up. That's what it is. One more time. Okay, so all of part 2 is this. Okay, I'll do all that again. And that's how you would end it. Okay, so we have intro, we have part 1, and we have part 2. So the way this works is you're going to play the intro and then go immediately into part 1, then play part 2. And then you're going to go back to part 1, and then part 2, and just back and forth between part 1 and part 2 until someone ends it. And then when it ends, it'll just stop on the drum like that. So I'm going to play the whole thing kind of slow. I'm going to play the intro, part 1, part 2, part 1, part 2, and then I'm going to stop. So that's how you end it.